It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
I was born August 17th, 1947 in a place called Holliston, Georgia.
To my friend, Willie B. Jacobs. Today is a hard one for us all. It is so much easier to mourn in silence. It takes away the worry of not being able to get your words out, or even just simply getting the right words out. But silence or not, one thing which I am sure we all appreciate today is being here all together, sharing in each other's silence, sharing in each other's moments of thought for Jake, who we all loved as a friend and as one of my closest classmates through the years when we met at FAMU. We took all of our classes together as freshmen until graduation day. We all have our own personal and special memories of the mark Jake left in our hearts, in our lives. And it's hard for me today to express my thoughts, trying my best to focus on the happiest times Jake brought all of us. Knowing that he is no longer here with us today, I'm certain he would have wanted us all to be here with our happiest thoughts of our times spent together, knowing he is still here with us, strong in spirit. Jake was a strong person through and through. His character, his personality, his presence, and as a close friend. We are all here because somewhere, somehow, we have all been touched by his presence in our lives. At FAMU, we studied together. We played sports together and even made money painting houses on the weekends. I will never forget, I asked Jake to be my best man in my wedding, and he asked me to be his best man in his wedding. We were all very lucky and blessed to have had Jake in our lives. And as much as he will be missed by us all, he will remain with us every day. We love and miss you, Willie B. Jacobs. I will always cherish those moments we spent together, all the laughter we shared, all those stories we told. Until we meet again, farewell, my friend.
My wife, Louisa, and I would like to extend our condolences and prayers to the Jacobs family. I was shocked with sadness when I was told of Willie's passing. Family man, Willie was the poster child of the family man. We met as new hires at what is now Pensacola State College in August 1976. We shared a kinsmanship relationship for the next 46 years. When Willie left the college for bigger and brighter dreams, our friendship never faltered nor faded. Although on many occasions Much time had passed before having phone conversations. It was always as though we had spoken to each other the day before. I can honestly say with confidence that God has called home one of his best creations.
As around the sun the earth knows she's revolving, and the rosebuds know to bloom in early May. Just as hate knows love to cure, you can rest your mind assured that I'll be loving you always.
Uncle Willie, on behalf of myself and my siblings, we want to say how much we love you, admired you. Thank you for you and Auntie Gloria opening up your home to a couple of them when they finished high school and was trying to decide the next step in life, and that was always greatly appreciated. You were a part of, and you are a part of, that gallant troop of uncles we had growing up, and we were truly blessed to have you in our lives. I think back to a conversation you and I had, and it was funny. A lot of things, food for thought. You said, think about it, put your mind to it, and go forth. It was just simple to do that. And Frank Lloyd Wright, you said he was this great architect. You admired him, and I knew who you were talking about, and his work was just great. And that's the way I'm thinking. That's the way I think right now. You were this great architect of life. You mapped out things, you put things together, and you made it happen. We love you dearly. We'll always have you in our hearts. We love you.
Favorite memories I have of my uncle. It's the time we all went to Pensacola to visit him and my aunt Gloria, and my cousin Carla, and Robin at the time, my cousin Robin. And Mom had just went through a divorce, and we really didn't have a lot to expect for Christmas. In fact, nothing. But my uncle got me the biggest teddy bear I had ever seen. It was like vanilla and chocolate. It had this big button nose. And he got my sister a doll. We weren't even expecting anything for Christmas, but he made sure we had something for Christmas. He always made me smile. I admired him so much. He was and will always be the greatest man I have ever known.
I want to take this time to give you my sincerest condolences for the loss of the patriarch of your family, Mr. Willie Jacobs. I know that this can be hard times, definitely tough when you are grieving, but I want you all to focus, or try to focus on the good memories, the good times. Focus on those qualities and morals and values that he instilled in you all over these years that you had him with you on the earth. I lost my father 12 years ago, so I definitely know what you all are dealing with in regards to the child losing the parent. I definitely want to send a special love and prayers and all of that to Mrs. Jacobs.
Back when I was a child, before life removed all the innocence, my father would lift me high and dance with my mother and me, and then spin me around till I fell asleep. Then up the stairs he would carry me, and I knew for sure I was loved. If I could get another chance, another walk, another dance with him, I'd play a song that would never ever end. How I'd love, love, love to dance with my father again.
Hello there, I'm Nicola Gibson. I met Papa Jacobs many years ago. When I first moved here to Jacksonville, Florida, I enrolled in University of North Florida, met Candace there, and we became friends. Papa had a habit, though, of vetting all the best friends. He would never have anybody come into his house that he didn't get to know well, that he didn't check out, make sure we were straight. So that was one of the things that started off my relationship with him. I definitely got to know him even better as he just did some amazing things for me. Papa had a workroom that was in front of the house. And I remember he used to use that room for drafting. Well, at a time when I needed it most, he transformed that room, turned that room into a bedroom for me, and I was able to stay with the family. I had a brand new family and was able to stay with the Jacobs for a while as I got back on my feet. Just an amazing man. I mean, that was a sacrifice I knew he didn't necessarily want to make. I knew Mama Jacobs probably had a lot to do with it. But Papa Jacobs, he stood behind it, and he gave me encouragement. He always gave me advice. He just was such a wonderful man to be around. He definitely reminded me so much of my father, my own father. I saw the passion. I saw the work ethic. I saw the strength. Everything that he had was just so amazing. One of the things I do remember most about Papa, though, was his sense of humor. I mean, that man would have me rolling. He was always cracking a joke. He was always keeping you laughing, always saying something sly to get a reaction out of you. He definitely loved to make people happy. He loved to bring the joy out. I'm definitely going to miss him. I know that, of everything, he's not gone. His memory is always going to live on. His joy is going to live on. All of that is going to be continuing in everyone that knew him. I was looking at a quote from Maya Angelou: "A great soul serves everyone at all times. A great soul never dies. It brings us together again and again." And that was Papa Jacobs. One amazing soul, and a soul that will live on in each and every one of us.
They say you can tell how great a man is by those he inspires. Mr. Willie Jacobs was a godly man, an honest man, a man of integrity, a man of character, a trustworthy man. As the patriarch of the family, this man leads by example. I'm honored to have known him. May his life lives on through the lives of all those who knew him. May his family find strength in this time of grief to go through. And I pray to God his soul rest in peace.
Hello everyone. I wanted to make this video to express my sincere condolences for Mr. Jacobs' passing. I only met him a few times, but as I am sure a lot of people will attest to, he is not and will not be easily forgotten. I hope that you can hold on to all those nice memories you had with him, and that those memories help you during this difficult time. And I'm sorry I couldn't be in Jacksonville. I'm sorry I couldn't be closer. But please know that I'm sending you all my love, all my support, my thoughts and prayers.
How I got over, how did I make it over? You know my soul look back and wonder, how did I make it over? How I made it over, coming on over all these years. You know my soul look back and wonder, how did I make it over?
Jake the Snake, Willie Jacobs. Everyone we were friends with knew him as Jake the Snake. We were very close, a close-knit group at Florida A&M University, where we trained in bodybuilding. And we were able to meet one of the greatest bodybuilders in the world, Robbie Robinson. And we hold that pride in us, that we were able to see Robbie Robinson compete in world-renowned competition, of which he became Mr. Olympia. But Jake, myself, and others who trained together were very close. We'll always remember Jake because he was a very good man. He was a very friendly man. He was an inspiring man. And I loved him. I don't think I ever said to you, Jake, I love you, but I'm sure he knows it. Jake, we will always remember you. And I'm sure Jake is in a place now looking back at us, smiling. And he's probably saying, you're next. Well, we know we are. And I can't wait to reunite with my friend, Willie Jacobs, Jake the Snake.
My name is Leilani, and I remember Mr. Willie Jacobs as Honey. That was his name that everybody called him, so I always called him Honey. And I remember meeting him through his daughter, Candace. She introduced me to her mom and her dad. And I actually got invited over for dinner one Sunday. And that Sunday I got invited over, I decided, oh, I can help do dishes. So I went to washing dishes, and Honey came to me. He said, that's my job. I said, okay, Honey, you could do your job. So he went to washing the dishes, dried them, and put them in the dish rack. Then he went back later, and he put the dishes up. Then he always would ask, any more dishes to wash? Because he loved to wash dishes. I also remember Honey when I had to bring some stuff to the house before Abigail was born from the baby shower. He wouldn't let me get nothing out the car. Honey just had to do it. So I learned with Honey, when Honey want to do something, you let Honey do it. You just move to the side and let Honey do Honey. I like the fact that everybody called him Honey, because Honey was just as sweet as honey, and he was just a gentle soul. I never seen Honey not smile and not sweet. Honey will be missed.
Hi, my name is Yasmin, and I know Mr. Jacobs through his son Brandon. And Mr. Jacobs impacted my life 17 years ago when I became a new mother and was in need of employment so that I could take care of my son. So he got me a job under him, working at the college. And not only that, but he was also flexible with my schedule so that I could take classes while I was also working. And I know that that's a scenario that is not very common. It doesn't happen very often. And for that reason alone, I'm grateful to have known him and to have had him in my life at any point. He'll truly be missed, and he'll continue to live on in our memories as a devoted husband and a good friend, a loving father, among other things. So I hope that your family is able to find peace and comfort through this time. And thank you for allowing me to give a memory. Bye.
Hi, my name's Kylan. I had the pleasure of calling the wonderful Jacobs family my neighbors for 25 years. Moved next door to them when I was 10 years old and just instantly became friends with our good neighbors. Mr. Willie would always just walk around the property, looking and admiring everything, just hands behind his back, taking it all in. Could always tell he was so proud of the life that he created for himself and his family, and he raised such great kids. Definitely know he was proud of all of you guys. He was always there to help us if we needed anything. Same goes for us with them. Definitely sorry for you guys in your time of loss, and can't imagine what you're feeling. But we're definitely here for you if you guys need anything, and that stands always.
Condolences to the Jacobs family. I had the pleasure of working with Willie for many years at FSCJ. His contractor experience, people skills, and pleasant personality led to successful problem solving on a daily basis and to many long-lasting improvements at North Campus. He facilitated classroom renovations and new construction projects, and he led a maintenance team that provided clean and safe learning spaces for thousands of students. Whenever I return to campus and walk the hallways and grounds, it's impossible not to think of Willie and his hard work and dedication over the years. Godspeed, Willie.
This is Bunny. I remember the day I met Willie. I say to myself, is he the one for my baby sisters? When I got to know him, I knew that he was. Willie was such a wonderful, caring, young, spiritual man. If you needed help with anything, he was there for you. Willie, my brother, I will miss you, but we will see you again in the new world in beautiful paradise. Brother, I love you.
The following remarks were submitted by Barbara Jefferson. In loving memory of Willie Jacobs. First, to my sister, my deepest sympathies for the loss of your true love and my brother-in-law, Willie Jacobs. Willie was a very good man and father, and a loving husband. His kindness towards me, my family, will be truly missed. He had a sweet spirit that my husband always enjoyed, and for that, I'm grateful to have known him. Rest in peace, Willie. We love you, and you will truly be missed.
My brother-in-law, Willie Jacob, was one of the most, I want to say, wisest, spirit people I know, because we talked, we had conversations, and we talked, and some of the things that he said made so much sense just for ordinary living. He wasn't elaborate, but what you heard from him was honesty and concern, and he had a love for other people, and all that laugh that he had was contagious almost. He had the biggest laugh, and we just had fun. I really, really admired him, and I loved him for loving my sister. I know everybody may feel the same way, but he loved my sister, and that was the most important thing for me, because she was my baby too. She was just like my baby, and I just loved her and loved him, and we just had a good time together. I enjoyed it, and I know that he's in a better place, but we're gonna surely miss him.
I was at the wedding of my aunt when I first met, whom would become affectionately known as Uncle Jacobs. He would also become very instrumental in my life. He became my weightlifting coach, as well as the dean of boys at the high school where I attended, which is known as Gainesville High School. As a coach, he trained his team with care and discipline. He would organize a schedule that was perfected. He never asked us to do anything that he wouldn't do himself. He led by example. I became to know my Uncle Jacob as a man with deep convictions. He was a protector and a provider, a true leader and example of what a man should be. He will never be forgotten.
I love you in a place where there's no space or time. I love you for my life. You're a friend of mine. And when my life is over, remember when we were together. We were alone, and I was singing this song to you. Where there's no space or time. I love you for my life. You're a friend of mine. And when my life is over, remember when we were together. We were alone and I was singing this song to you. We were alone and I was singing this song to you.
You know who I am today?
I'm Brandon. I'm your son. Yeah. You know your name? Yeah, do you know your name? Your name is Willie. You don't talk to yourself so you can get your own name? Okay, that's fair. I can respect that. So, it's all right, you don't know my name. I know you are.
Today we celebrate the life of a good man. We celebrate a life well lived. We celebrate the life of one Willie Jacobs' dad. I can honestly say that he has been a inspiration in my life. He has truly been a blessing to me. He's always supported me, always loved me as one of his own. And I cannot thank the Lord enough that for allowing him to be in my life. When I was a young boy and I didn't know what I was doing, he supported me. When I was a young man trying to make decisions about life, he supported me. When I was a young pastor, completely green, just trying to connect with my community, he was right there and he supported me. And I thank God for him. I wasn't sure if I was going to tell this story, but I figure why not. I think it shows the love and kindness that he's always had, certainly towards me, and I believe towards many others. Some men are wonderful enough to be able to be willing to take the shirt off their back to help you. Well, I got a story for you. I remember when I was a young kid, can't remember quite how young, but I was pretty young because I remember this was the first time I think I packed my own, my own stuff to be able to go and spend the night over the Jacobs home, as I did many, many days, ate off their table many, many times. But on this particular time, it was just like a normal time, me and Brandon, we watched wrestling, played video games that night, and that next morning got up, went to take a shower, and suddenly realized that I had forgotten to pack clean underwear. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have just said, let me just put on the old underwear and just, hope for the best. But in my mind, I needed clean underwear. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get some clean underwear. Long story short, I tell Brandon tells Dad, and I ultimately end up walking out of the Jacobs home with clean underwear. Just not mine. They happen to belong to one Willie Jacobs. And I remember later on, asking him, well, how am I going to get these back to you? And with a straight face, he was like, don't worry about it, you can keep them. Silly story, but it's moments like that that helped me to realize that I truly was adopted into the family. As I got older, I really started to realize as well the impact that he had on my life. To see a black man, an entrepreneur with that much success, and to be somebody who didn't have to be boastful about it, did not have to stand out from the crowd, just did what he did, provided for his family, and just continued to be a good, godly influence. And I thank the Lord for him. He's a good man, and I remember in Psalms 37 it tells us the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way, and even though he may fall, he is not utterly cast down, for the hand of the Lord is on him. And I thank the Lord that even though Dad had to go through some difficult times, that the Lord's hand was on him. Not only was he a good man, but I can honestly say I believe in my heart that he still is a good man. I believe he is absent from the body, but he is present with the Lord. And one of these days, I plan on seeing him again. He's a good man, but even more importantly, he trusted in a great God. He trusted in a great Savior. And we praise the Lord that because he had that great Savior, Now he's in a place where he does not have to worry about sickness or pain or any of those things ever again. He's with God, and one of these days again, I plan on being right there with him. I praise the Lord that on today, I've been honored to be able to speak about the life of a good man, Willie Jacobs, Dad. Amen.
Dad was an incredible man. He was very intelligent. He was very driven, but he would also tell some jokes. He was very good for jokes. No matter like what time I came in the house to come, visit them or see Brandon, he would always just say, "Good morning." No matter what time it was. If it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, good morning. If it was 3:50, morning. If it was 7 p.m., good morning. It's like, all right, dude, we just gonna roll with it. But he loved his family. He was very much so a family man, and he loved his mom, and he loved his wife. And being married to his son, I could only hope that I would be able to have my husband as long as Mom has had him. They gave me the blueprint of what a marriage should look like, and I would hope that my marriage can continue to be a reflection of them. I'm grateful for Dad for being the foundation for our family. I'm grateful that he married Mom, because she is without a doubt like the best mother figure, or just the best mom period that anyone could ever have. So without him, I wouldn't have that. He gave me 3 sisters who, for better or for worse, they always come through. And he gave me my husband, and without that, I wouldn't have this. So I thank you. I thank you for always being there, for giving me a safe space in some of my darkest moments, for reestablishing what the meaning of family is for me when I didn't have that for such a long time. And I thank you for always just being yourself, being so welcoming, and having such open arms, and allowing me to be a part of your family, and thus extending our family. Really?
If I go a million miles away, I'd write a letter each and every day. 'Cause honey, nothing can ever change this love I have for you. Make me weep, and you can make me cry. See me coming, and you can pass me by. But honey, nothing can ever change this love I have for you. Oh, you're the apple of my eye, your cherry pie, and oh, your cake and ice cream, and all your sugar and spice, and everything You're the girl of my dreams.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to express my deepest condolences to the entire Jacobs family. My name is Devin Bruner, and I'd met Mr. Jacobs during his later stages of his illness. I met him during my process of becoming a brother of Iota Phi Theta, and a lot of my interactions with him were mostly told by word of mouth, through stories about how selfless he was, and it mostly came from his wife and his son. And I would find myself spending a lot of time with his wife, Miss Jacobs, talking about how like the different like their memories and how they met, and just seeing how much love that they had for each other. It meant a lot to me seeing that, because it's like, here's this blueprint of like what love in a sense should look like. Love comes in all forms, and so do families. And me seeing their family from this perspective, or an outsider perspective, comparing it to my own family, you take things and you take these experiences and you learn from them. You learn how to interact with your own family, and all of these things. It just shows you a lot of like could have beens and what things should look like in a sense. Of course, I do really appreciate Brandon for sharing his family with me. And I started to even see the Jacobs family as my own, just as I see the Duval Iotas as my own family, despite the lack of time I've had with them. And again, I do express my deepest condolences. So,
hey everyone, this is Brandon. I met Brother Jacobs at the Father's Day picnic this time last year, and he was a very sweet and kind man. I told him my name was Brandon, and he said, "Oh, I have a son named Brandon." And I said, "Yeah, we met." I said, "I might be your son too. What were you doing in California back in '94? He laughed, and Brandon didn't find that funny. But I think about that. And then I went to boot camp shortly after. I'm in the Army Reserves. And I didn't know the next time I saw Brother Jacobs would be when his Alzheimer got a little worse. I helped him move, and his mother was so sweet. And his father didn't talk because he didn't remember me, I don't believe. But I remember his memory through his family, I sat down with his mom in his final moments, and we just talked. And she told me about how they met, and how she just loved him at first sight, and she's gonna miss him rubbing his hand through her hair or rubbing her back. And it's just in that moment you realize what's important. You could tell by the way, even though I didn't speak to him, his family carried on his name, that he was a special man. And I appreciate the 2 moments in his life I got to see him. I appreciate y'all including me so much into your family. That speaks volumes to me. And I thank y'all, and I love y'all.
I met Mr. Willie Jacobs 30 plus years ago at St. Mark's Baptist Church. A small church, but full of people who loved God and loved each other. I was invited by a family member who thought Reverend Johnson, the leader of the church, was amazing, and he loved young people. And here I was, 16 and searching. So I took them up on the invitation and found my way there. Upon meeting Mr. Jacobs, I found him to be this majestic figure, this square-shouldered, brooding, stately gentleman who never really said a lot, but when he did speak, it was, you wanted to lean in to hear the wisdom because you knew it was going to come spewing forth. And He presented himself like he was wearing a tux, like 24/7. I mean, I'm talking tails, cummerbund, the tie, you know, the kind that you tie, not the kind that you clip. There's a difference. And cufflinks, the whole nine. He just always came off with this majesty about him. And it resonated with me because it was rare. And I remember Reverend Johnson asking Mr. Jacobs and me to line a hymn in preparation for a service. Mr. Jacobs was a deacon, I was a junior deacon, and we had to line probably the most popular black hymn in existence, A Charge to Keep. And I gotta tell you, it may as well have been a drunken karaoke night because we were so awful at it. We were just so bad. We tried, but we both began to laugh. And that was such a moment for me because it was the first time that I got to see that side of him where we were like doing something so serious and found the humor in our inability to carry a note. Now, I'm not saying that he didn't carry a note in other places, but on that Sunday, in that moment, it was pretty bad, both of us. Another time that I got to see a different side of him was when he showed me the blueprints for the home he had designed and that he was going to build. And just to see the joy in his face, he let me walk through the house as they were building it. And I was like, wow, how cool is this? So I just had moments with him where he left me in awe. But you could show up to his house and he could have on a t-shirt, cut off shorts and some slides, and you'd still feel like, I'm not prepared to deal with this guy. He's just, I see him in a tux, you know. He was just so amazing. About 20 years ago, my grandfather passed away, and Carla showed up. And she had come to pay her respects and share her love, and it mattered. A few years ago, my grandmother passed away, and Candace, on the heels, just in preparation for delivering her new baby, reached out to me to pay her respects and share her love. Not long after that, I ran into Brandon, and same thing, same spirit, same heart. He was paying his respect and sharing his love. And that just had Mr. Jacobs written all over it every time. Years after I left St. Mark's, I would run into Mr. and Mrs. Jacobs every now and then. And I always wanted to make sure that I told him something that I thought would make him proud of me. And I don't think he knew that it mattered so much to me that he was proud of me. And that I wanted to leave him with something so that maybe he knew I took something from the time that I got to spend with him and implemented it into my own life. So today I want to say that I am honored, truly honored to have the opportunity to pay my respects and share my love. Mr. Jacobs will always be someone who I considered a great father, a great husband, a great son, a great brother, a great uncle. Yeah, I got to see him do all those things. And he did all those things so extraordinarily well. So thank you for allowing me to pay tribute. God bless you all. God be with you all. Take care.
I completed my mission, wasn't ready to leave, but fulfilled my days, my creator was pleased. I can't stress how I love y'all. I don't need to be in flesh just to hug y'all. The memories recollect just because y'all celebrate me with respect. The unity we protect is above all.
I love you. And I love you from the day I first saw you. And hopefully say I communicated that to you in the way I behaved, in the way I treated you. So that's the only way you would know.